If you're thinking about moving from the city to northern New Jersey, this is not a hype video. If that's what you're looking for, then keep swiping. I'm not here to tell you how amazing the suburbs are. What I'm here to tell you is the things that people typically don't consider before they make a move. I help families make this type of transition every single week. And there's a few things that I find that no one's really talking about. You're not going to find it on Zillow or Reddit or an Instagram influencer, or maybe even from your friends who have already moved and kind of forgot the process. So before you start touring homes, I'm going to tell you what it actually means to you. Hi, I'm Jen Matesic, and I'm a North New Jersey realtor and investor. I specialize in helping families moving from the city to the suburbs to the areas that I know and love with clarity and strategy, no chaos. And you know what the biggest thing I've learned? This move is way more than just getting more square footage. So here are a few things I have learned. 1, it's honestly an identity shift. When people think about leaving the city, they usually think about all of the positive things. More space, better schools, lower cost per square footage, depending where you are, than living in the city. But what they don't understand is there's a lifestyle rhythm change. In the city, everything's close, everything's walkable. Life is spontaneous. You can grab dinner at 7:30, find somewhere new. There's always something happening. In the suburbs, life is more calculated, I would say. You drive more, you think about parking, and even your favorite restaurant might require a reservation since there are not that many out there. So it's not just a change in square footage, but really rhythm. It's not bad, but it can be honestly pretty amazing, but it's something you have to be honest about before you move. Because if you choose the wrong town for your personality, it will actually not feel like an upgrade and more like a downgrade. Number 2, space comes with responsibility. Yes, I said responsibility. I know. So in the city, a lot is handled for you. You probably live in a condo or a co-op or a townhome. You've got snow removal taken care of for you, maintenance, roof lace, landscaping, trash, recycling, the list goes on. When you move on to a single family home in the burbs, this all is your responsibility. And I don't say that to scare you, but I say that to prepare you, because I find that this is sort of an afterthought for buyers, and they really should understand that before. So while you get your backyard, storage, quietness, privacy, you're also getting property taxes, seasonal maintenance, yard work, things that you may not be prepared for. In the suburbs, you're not just buying space, you're buying responsibility. And for many families, it's a trade-off that's absolutely worth it, but it needs to be an intentional decision. 3, the commute feels different. And yes, adding about 20 to 30 minutes to your commute on paper may not seem like a big deal. However, once you compound that over a week, months, a year, it starts to get to you. It can add up. And there's people who are totally okay with it. They'll just read a book, they'll continue to work. But what I tend to see happen a lot is people fall in love with the house first, then they think about the commute second. But my advice is it should really be the other way around. 2 towns, even 10 to 15 minutes apart, could have completely different terms of commute stress. Yes, isn't that crazy? Because you have to consider train lines, parking rides, private buses. You've got, all kinds of traffic patterns and things you need to know that matter when it comes to getting to the city, especially if you work in Manhattan. This is why I spent a lot of time helping my clients get things right and choosing the towns before we even step into a house. Because a beautiful home won't fix a miserable commute. Number 4, people start the process a bit too late, in my opinion. This is probably the most important thing that I'm going to say today. The best time to start your home search is about 6 to 12 months before you actually want to move. So that way you don't feel the restraints of a lease, or maybe you're expecting. You can really take your time and not get emotionally exhausted from scrolling listings or, being up against other offers. When you're early, you and your agent could really start to understand towns, run real numbers, strategize timing, get pre-approved, learn market inventory and patterns of popularity and things like that. When you're late, everything can feel rushed, decisions can feel rushed, and it can be really expensive in real estate. I'd much rather talk to someone who's starting to think about leaving the city, even if they're out a year, than someone who needs to buy in 30 days. Planning really creates power. And number 5, it's about how you want to feel. This move should not just be based on bedrooms and bathrooms. It's about a vibe. How do you actually want to feel? Do you want quiet mornings? Do you want more space for your kids? Do you want a yard for your dog? Would you like a sunroom so you could feel the sun coming in on your skin every morning as you're reading your newspaper? Do you want a stronger sense of community? Do you want to slow down a bit? Or do you actually want to kind of stay in city-like vibe where you can thrive? There's no real right answer. This is all very personalized. But there are suburbs that are designed for all types of people. So it's really important to understand that we have it all here in New Jersey, and you kind of have to go through the motions, especially since it's a very competitive market. Planning is key. We want you to not be, impulsive. We want you to make intentional decisions that feel right for you. I will be including my buyer guide below. So if you are considering a move, feel free to continue your education by downloading that. You can also book a consult with me. I'll add that link below as well. But for now, you don't need to know everything. You just need to start building that clarity. So when a move is on your radar, whether it's in 6 months to a year, you can always be ready. And as always, I'm here to help. Happy shopping.